Paris, the City of Lights, known for its breathtaking beauty, iconic landmarks, and a history that stretches back centuries. This city has always been a beacon of culture, art, and romance. From the twinkling lights of the Eiffel Tower to the charming streets of Montmartre, Paris has captured the hearts of millions around the world, a place of romance, history, and now, controversy. The city that once symbolized love and enlightenment is now at the center of a heated global debate. The streets that were once filled with lovers and dreamers are now the backdrop for protests and heated discussions. The 2024 Olympics opening ceremony, intended to be a celebration of sport and unity, instead sparked global debate. What was meant to be a moment of international camaraderie and joy turned into a flashpoint for controversy. The grand spectacle, watched by millions around the world, became a stage for a different kind of drama. At the heart of the controversy, allegations of mockery directed at Christianity. The ceremony featured performances and imagery that many felt were disrespectful to their faith. Religious symbols were used in ways that some found offensive, leading to a wave of outrage and condemnation. Millions tuned in, expecting a spectacle. Families gathered around their televisions, friends met up to watch together, and public viewing areas were packed with eager spectators. The anticipation was palpable as everyone looked forward to a night of awe-inspiring performances and displays of athletic prowess. They got one, but not the kind everyone anticipated. Instead of the expected celebration, viewers were met with scenes that left many feeling shocked and dismayed. Social media lit up with reactions as people expressed their confusion and anger at what they had witnessed. Images of the ceremony zipped across social media, sparking outrage and confusion. Hashtags related to the controversy began trending almost immediately as people from all corners of the globe weighed in on the issue. The digital world became a battleground for opinions, with heated debates and passionate arguments taking place in real time. What was intended and what was perceived? The lines blurred. The creators of the ceremony may have had one vision in mind, but the audience saw something entirely different. The disconnect between intention and perception fueled the controversy as people struggled to understand the true meaning behind the performances. This wasn't just about a few uncomfortable moments during a lengthy spectacle. The controversy touched on deeper issues, raising questions about the role of art and performance in society. It challenged viewers to think about the boundaries of expression and the responsibilities of those who create public events. The controversy cut to the core of deeply held beliefs and ignited discussions about freedom of expression, respect for religion, and the role of symbolism in public events. People from all walks of life found themselves grappling with these complex issues. As the debate spilled over into everyday conversations and media coverage, the world watched, debated, and chose sides. News outlets around the globe covered the story, providing a platform for various perspectives and opinions. In cafes, public squares, and online forums, people engaged in passionate discussions, each bringing their own experiences and beliefs to the table. The City of Lights had become a flashpoint. What was once a symbol of beauty and romance had transformed into a stage for a global debate. The controversy surrounding the 2024 Olympics opening ceremony highlighted the power of art and performance to provoke thought and stir emotions, reminding us that even in the City of Lights, shadows can sometimes fall. As Christians, we need to defend our faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. Share and subscribe to the channel for more content. Until we meet again, may God bless you. Let's talk symbols, powerful things. Symbols, they have the ability to convey complex ideas, emotions, and cultural narratives in a single image or gesture. They can unite people under a common cause or divide them with a single glance. Symbols are everywhere, from the flags we wave to the logos we wear, and they carry weight far beyond their simple designs. Open to interpretation, ripe for misunderstanding. What one person sees as a symbol of hope, another might see as a sign of oppression. This duality makes symbols both powerful and perilous. In the realm of public events and ceremonies, the use of symbols can be particularly charged, as they are broadcast to a wide audience with diverse perspectives. The Paris ceremony was packed with them. Every element, from the costumes to the choreography, was laden with symbolic meaning. The organizers aimed to create a spectacle that would resonate on multiple levels, drawing from both historical and contemporary sources to craft a narrative that was uniquely French, yet universally accessible. Some landed with a thud. Not every symbol was received as intended. In the age of social media, where every moment is scrutinized and dissected, the potential for misinterpretation is high. What was meant to be a celebration of diversity and inclusion was, for some, a source of confusion and controversy. Drag performers, a relatively recent addition to mainstream culture, took center stage. Their presence was a bold statement reflecting the growing acceptance and visibility of LGBTQ+ communities. For many, this was a moment of pride and progress, a sign that society was moving towards greater inclusivity. For some, they represented inclusivity and celebration. The vibrant costumes, the energetic performances, and the sheer joy of the moment were seen as a testament to the power of diversity. It was a reminder that everyone, regardless of their background or identity, has a place in the cultural tapestry. For others, their presence during a segment referencing a historical period felt jarring, disrespectful. The juxtaposition of modern drag culture with historical themes was seen by some as anachronistic, a clash of eras that undermined the solemnity of the occasion. This reaction highlights the delicate balance that must be struck when blending the old with the new. Then, the man on the white horse, a figure that has appeared in countless cultural and religious narratives. The white horse is a potent symbol. Its appearance in the ceremony was intended to evoke a sense of grandeur and tradition, a nod to the storied past of the host nation. A classic image, but in this context, was it evoking Christ? The symbolism of the white horse is deeply embedded in Christian iconography, where it often represents purity, victory, and divine intervention. This association was not lost on the audience, and it sparked a debate about the appropriateness of such imagery in a secular event. Or was it simply a nod to French history? The debate raged on. France has a rich tradition of equestrian symbolism, from the knights of the medieval period to the cavalry of the Napoleonic era. The white horse could just as easily be seen as a reference to this national heritage, a symbol of strength and continuity, and the pièce de résistance, a tableau reminiscent of Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper. This wasn't subtle. The imagery was clear. The arrangement of the performers, the setting, and the overall composition were unmistakably inspired by the famous painting. It was a bold artistic choice, one that carried significant cultural and religious connotations. But was it homage or mockery, intentional or accidental? The ambiguity only fueled the firestorm. Some saw it as a respectful nod to one of the greatest works of art in history, a way to connect the past with the present. Others viewed it as a provocative act, a deliberate attempt to stir controversy and challenge traditional values. The ambiguity only fueled the firestorm. In the end, the true meaning of these symbols may never be fully understood. What is clear, however, is that symbols have the power to ignite passionate debate and reflection. They force us to confront our own beliefs and assumptions, and in doing so, they shape the cultural landscape in profound ways. The backlash was swift. Religious figures and organizations didn't mince words. Some called for boycotts, others for apologies. Accusations of anti-Christian bias flew. A march for Jesus was proposed, a demonstration of faith in the face of what many perceived as an attack. The controversy became a rallying cry, a chance to defend beliefs on a global stage.
Some argued that the ceremony was open to interpretation, that offense was taken, not given.
Others saw it as a misguided attempt at inclusivity, clumsy but not malicious.
The Paris Olympics Committee, facing a PR nightmare, issued an apology. It was carefully worded, expressing regret for any offense caused, but stopping short of admitting intentional disrespect.
Was it enough? For some, yes. The apology, regardless of its sincerity, offered a chance to move on.
For others, it rang hollow, lacking the weight of true remorse. The apology itself became another layer of the controversy. Was it a sincere attempt at reconciliation or a calculated move to quell bad publicity? The court of public opinion remained divided. As the dust settled from the initial uproar, a deeper examination began. Scholars, historians, and theologians weighed in, offering perspectives that went beyond the surface-level controversy. Some pointed out that the Olympic opening ceremonies have a history of incorporating local culture and history, often in ways that are open to interpretation. Could it be that the controversial symbols were meant to provoke thought rather than offend? To challenge viewers to look beyond their immediate reactions and consider the broader context? Others delved into the historical and cultural significance of the symbols used, suggesting that they might have been chosen to reflect a particular narrative or to honor a specific heritage. In this light, the ceremony could be seen as a complex tapestry woven from threads of history, culture, and artistic expression. But this interpretation requires a willingness to engage with the material on a deeper level, to look beyond the headlines and the sound bites. It's a reminder that sometimes there is more than meets the eye. That understanding requires effort, patience, and an open mind. And that perhaps the controversy itself is a reflection of our times, a mirror held up to our own struggles with identity, faith, and freedom. The question remains, are we willing to look deeper, to seek understanding, even when it's uncomfortable? Because in the end, it's not just about the symbols or the apologies, it's about what they reveal about us and about the world we live in. Section 6, Thinking Critically, Discerning Spiritually. So what are we to make of all this? How do we navigate this complex landscape of symbolism, faith, and freedom of expression? It starts with thinking critically. Was there a deliberate attempt to mock Christianity? Or was it a case of misinterpretation, of artistic license gone awry? There are no easy answers. We need to engage in nuanced, respectful dialogue, even when it's difficult. And for those who view the world through a spiritual lens, discernment is key. Is this a sign of the end times, as some claim? Or is it a reminder to stand firm in our faith, to respond with love and understanding, even in the face of adversity? Section 7, the conversation continues. The Olympic flame has long been extinguished, but the embers of controversy still smolder. This isn't a debate that will be settled overnight, it's a conversation that will continue, evolving with each new generation, each new cultural shift, and that's okay. Disagreement, even discomfort, can be catalysts for growth. It forces us to examine our own beliefs, to articulate them clearly, and to defend them with respect and understanding. Section 8, a call to engage, a call to understand. So what's next? Let's talk, let's listen. Let's try to understand perspectives different from our own. Let's not shy away from difficult conversations. Let's engage with empathy and a genuine desire to bridge divides. The Paris Olympics may be over, but the opportunity for dialogue, for understanding, for growth, that's something that should never end. Section 9, the Olympics, a microcosm of a divided world. The Olympics, meant to be a symbol of global unity, often end up highlighting our differences. The Paris controversy is a stark reminder of the fault lines that run through our world, religious, political, cultural. It's easy to retreat into our own echo chambers, to surround ourselves with people who think like we do, but that doesn't solve anything. It just deepens the divides. Section 10, Beyond the Games, a legacy of questions. The Paris Olympics are over, but the questions linger. Questions about respect, about freedom of expression, about the role of faith in a secular world. These are questions worth pondering, worth debating, worth struggling with. There may not be easy answers, but the search for understanding, for common ground, that's a pursuit worth fighting for. As Christians, we should stand up for our faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. Like, share and subscribe. Until we meet again, God bless.